Oh, I'm late. I'm sorry. Hi, Sparky. Hi, Bob. Right, things happened. Partly, I need to ask my... Oh, I forgot to blooming change for chalkboard again. Oh my gosh, why does YouTube keep... It keeps holding to review loads of messages, and I don't understand it. It's like... And then I don't see them on my main chat. It's like, it's right there. Main chat, let me look at it. Oh gosh. Hello everybody. We're here. Oh, I didn't even get anything out. Oh, I forgot to throw them away. That's another reason I went blooming down. Sorry, just lots of stuff. Busy day today. Unfortunately. Oh, my mother's one of those people, right? You know, when you try speaking to them and they're not paying attention, they're responding to you, but they're not really paying attention and they take forever to respond. It's like, hi. And they're clearly doing something else. And they, like, half the time the response is just pardon. I mean, it's pardon again. Just trying to, like, just ask them simple questions. Oof. And half the time she's answering. And then when she does pay attention, she's answering, like, before you even have a chance. So, oof. Oh my gosh, you can't even do the use stinky command without it. Can they stop holding messages with you? Oh, cupworm. Cupworm! No, I'm crying. I'm crying. No, it's so mean. Ah, but then yeah, blooming. And we got a terrible toilet. It's obviously an economical flush toilet. They're not very good. You have to flush them like 6 or 7 times before you can even use it half the time. Oh, but I'm here now. Mildly. Oh no, what am I doing? I've got Thunderkyn today. I've got Thunderkyn. Dear me, oh. What are we doing? Bossin Handcam. There we go. Handcam. What is this? Is it me or is this darker than usual? It looks really... What the heck's going on? Oh, I spent like... Oh, I know what I just did. I forgot. There's a setting I forgot to turn off. It's got the blooming exposure setting on. There we go. Sorry about that. Little bit of flashing. Hopefully that will stop. There we go. That's fine. That's good. Yeah. We got this stuff. And we got Thunderkyn. We're building these guys with wrath guns. But we're not doing it straight away. We're not doing it straight away. I got my headphones on. I've not worn my headphones properly for ages, but I've been wearing them to like speak to Briar and stuff. Because if you weren't there, Briar had a stream. She should have ended it like 5 minutes ago. But she had a 24-hour long stream. Oh my goodness, because it was a birthday. It was a birthday on this morning. From 11 to like 1, I was there. And we did a Briar quiz. Oh gosh. Oh, my tummy. It was like I got punched in it. Oh, what's that fun? How you doing? How are you all doing, though? I hope you're doing well. So I've just been a bit complainy today, haven't I? I've been complainy so far today. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, but the other stuff. We got to look at other cool stuff. Give me a moment. Big old boxes. I got stuff over Christmas for Warhammer fairies. They were too nice to me. They're like, you spent all your money on Warhammer, so we're giving you more Warhammer. And it's like, look at this. Okay, that's a bit too bright. It says Forgeworld. It says Forgeworld on it. Oh. Product 15+. What is this? It's a knight. Oh. If we open it up. Bubble wrap. Let me put this down. I got this on my lap. We're not going to build this today because Forgeworld models, not for big chaos spawn. No. Oh, Forgeworld, a guide to building resin. Assembly, painting. Yeah, it tells you how to do this, like flippers, models, filers, putty. But what it comes to, I've checked this fully to make sure all the bits, as far as I can tell, all of the bits are intact. It's all good. But it's a knight. Oh, it's all resin. I expected some of it to be, plastic, and then with like a resin case on it. Because I thought it would be using the exact same plastic frame that the Sylvesters use. But no. It has its own resin version. Oh, I really love this model for overnight Atropos. Oh. Straight from the Foundries of Games Workshop. Is that light stuff? No, not the light was off. Hello, Dr. Smilex. You're just dropping in. Thank you for dropping in. Hope you're having a good day. Hope it's a good busy. Look at that. The groin plate goes on the hip joint. The ankle ring goes on the foot part. The small toes and the large toes. I like how it actually names each of the bits, like upper left leg, lower left leg, groin, hip, small toes. Oh. Seems like it's a relatively simple build, to be honest. It's a bit complicated around here with the main body. Oh, wait a minute. Does it actually have someone sat in that chair? Doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't look like there's anyone sat in the chair. I don't remember being a model for it. But yeah, there's an actual chair set up in there. That's interesting. That's a fun thing about Forgeworld especially, is that sometimes you got these parts that like have weird details in them and there's like no way to see it because it'll be completely contained. Oh, now there's 2 banner options on it. I'm just a bit busy building your Heldrakes and Obliterators. Oh, that's a very good busy. Very good busy. Also, it's on this size base. Slightly larger than the car base we had. Of a Mnastakaboo Magan. But what have we got? Oh yeah, Graviton Singularity Plates. Oh, it can be built in 2 different ways. That's cool. Oh, the last cutter. I like Graviton weapons. They're fun. Hit right cables. Oh, the Sylvester's Knight Atropos kit has been designed to be posable to a certain degree during construction. It's a good idea to plan how you want the knight posed before you start to build the model, as certain parts will need to be trimmed to fit. Extreme poses should be avoided as they can cause some of the pistons that connect the joints to not function correctly. Oh, when it comes to planning a pose for Sylvester's Knight Atropos, it's a good idea to test fit the parts together to see how they would look assembled. An adhesive putty may be helpful when it comes to testing out poses, as it can hold parts temporarily in position. Oh, Heldrake is a nice. Heldrake is nice. Bye bye, Dr. Smiler. I like this, the Heldrake. It's a bit bright, a bit reflective, very shiny paper. But yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, the show does look like it'll be a bit complicated. Leg looks relatively simple for reposing. But yeah, it's a really cool model. I really, really wanted a night octopus. I think it's one of the coolest, if not my favourite night. But look at all of this stuff. Look how detailed it is. It's Forgeworld. It's Forgeworld resin. Now, Forgeworld resin does have a couple of major issues. If we open this up, we might be able to find these issues. Well, one of the issues is the joints connecting to them to these blocks, which is effectively a sprue. It's very, very thick. And because it's resin, you don't really want to create dust. So yeah, I want to very carefully just trim it off the edge. It's also a bit soft. It's not like, do you know, a lot of these resins you see for other stuff where it's extremely brittle. It's generally got a relative amount of give to it. So it bends like plastic. It's not quite as soft as plastic can be. And not all of the joints are extremely bad, like here, where it connects. It's relatively simple. There's actually relatively small connections. But certain issues you do get is you can see from on this piece here, you've got this like bubbling there, which can sometimes occur to the pieces. And then you've got like this thing here, where you just got flakes effectively coming off, especially with more small and detailed bits. You get a lot of flakes. Oh, actually, you can see it a bit around here, where it's flaking inside there. But all you need is a bit of a trim there, because the parts of the issue are extra parts. Hi, Crazy But Nick. Merry Christmas. Much love. Yeah. I have had a few Forgeworld stuff that's required a lot of cleaning up. As far as I can tell, this model doesn't actually have a lot of cleaning up needed. It came out very nicely. And there's only 2 bags of parts. I think this is all the lower body. Oh, look at that. Very big model though. Like, this is part of the leg next to our Templar. That's partially painted. Oh, look at a joint next to him. Not quite Titan size, but it's still very big. Oh, you got Magic the Gathering stuff. Ooh. I don't know a lot about Magic the Gathering, to be honest. I played a bit of whatever Commander, whatever it's called, and you got lands and you have to flip them. But I couldn't really get into it, and it was very expensive to try and get into. Hello, Clemonia. What else did I get? I got this. What is this? Well, you're about to find out. Actually, I've not opened these up to even check on them. Oh, there's no tape on them. Interesting. Land Raiders! I got 2 of them. Oh. So, but if there's only 1 in here, are all these pieces connected? Yes. Are all these pieces connected? Yes. It's not a Land Raider Crusade, it's just a normal Land Raider. All of these pieces are all good. This seems all good. And look! These are the big bits. These are the good ones. Twin link last cannons. Twin link last cannons. Oh my goodness, you can tell this is such an old mode. Oh my god. Feels like we need to redo the mode a little bit. Like the inside of this feels very weird. My friend gave me the plague flies for my birthday. Ooh, he even painted them. Oh my goodness, I saw a big robot storm here. We've just been looking at a big robot. Oh yeah, and big old heavy bolters. Actually, how are the mode lines on this model? Honestly, mode lines don't look too bad. Yeah, maybe it is a new mode. And then here's the outer parts. You got the transfer sheet, which doesn't include any Templar transfers, but it does include Raven Guard. No, Raptors, sorry. Salamanders, Imperial Fists, Ultramarines. And then, instruction booklet. Yeah, we've built Land Raider Crusaders before. I have built Land Raiders when I was a little kid, or at least one of them. But, ooh, they've actually got the stats on the back of it. Oh, these are really old stats, back when they had armor values. Yeah, armor, side and rear, 14. Hit points 4. So yeah, this is where they gained hull points. Back when I first played, they didn't have hull points. Ballistic skill 4 means it hits on a 3+. The higher the better for ballistic skill back then. Hi TA, how you doing? Oh, it can take a multi-melter. Now only the Black Templar ones can take multi-melters. And it's got them in, is that French and German? Yeah. German. Ooh. A Land Raider has 1 access port. Oh yeah, and this was when he had access points. He had access point there, and the forward ramp. And I think the assault vehicle special rule only worked if you left the front map from the front ramp. Or at least originally. If you left with the sides, it didn't count. Comes with smoke launchers, searchlight, twin link last cannons, heavy bolt. Doesn't show you the last cannon stats. Oh yeah, and 250 points. They're actually cheaper than now. I think they're 220, aren't they now? Hey, Lord Grandmaster. Oh, and Power of Machine Spirit just meant that they could still move at half speed if they got shaken, and they could still shoot if a weapon got temporarily immobilized, but it'll be at ballistic skill 3, or like basically -1 to hit. I got 2 of these fellows. So we're going to be, these are from a siege, do you know? The other Terminators have been building. Yeah, 6 of those Terminators. Riding in this, baby. Riding in this big old tank. Oh. There we go. Hello, Evan-IT. Never-ending plastic bag. Yeah, and never-ending resin bricks. We got so much resin. And let's look. Is the second Land Raider also fine? Oh, looks fine. Looks fine. Oh, there's a little bit of warping along these things. Yeah, they really need to redo this too. Yeah, it feels like some of the detailing is being lost in the parts of the model. We really need to re-release the Land Raider, like a new updated version. Like, I don't know if you can see very well, but like the scratches there. The plastic is definitely a bit warped. It's only a little bit warped. Oh, As you can tell, this is using a much older method of, you know, making the sprues and stuff compared to what modern vehicles use. Everything seems fine with this though. Yeah, everything is fine. Good, 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 good. And yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, man, hello, man. YouTube is just holding for review like every single person's attempt to write a command. Maybe not every single one, but a lot of them. Big model energy. Hi, Anthony. Maybe we can go back and look at the knife. I see Empress Fight Ball is here. Getting. There you go. Sorry, a lot of messages. I'm not a kitty. Oh. Where's the... Oh gosh, so heavy. Oh, oh. Sorry, just whacked the microphone. Oh. Look at this. It's a warlord type. There's not a warlord in here. Yeah, here you go. Held for review. Held for review. There we go. It's so big. Oh, it doesn't even fit. Oh, there we go. And there's bubble wrap. So much bubble wrap. Oh, can you tell what it is yet? There might be a clue in the thumbnail. Oh, another grey Titanic dust collector. No, no. Yes, maybe. Oh gosh. Ooh, this is a lot different from what I expected for canopy. It feels like it needs a bit of clean though. We're not building these today because effectively you need to wash all these bits before you try sticking them together. I'm gonna have to just do a lot of the trimming and stuff in a more safe environment for like handling resin. Yeah. Oh, I didn't expect it to be like this. I expected it to be like a big piece of plastic. You need to paint this one. I am going to paint them. Oh, but look at all the stuff. Oh, there's a front hatch. Got a Space Marine on it. Oh, pretty decent sized front hatch. And side doors. And Space Marine next to the side door. Has to duck down to get into a vehicle specially made for him. Oh my gosh, sorry, things keep getting held for review.
The Forgeworld resin is stinkier than Cupcat, even she thinks it needs a wash.
Oh goodness. Oh, this is cool. There's like hooks. I've got a hook here. There's like hooks down here. Oh, now this one has a lot more cleaning up needing to be done with all like the bits of, like in here. There's just like, you can see where I need to take a knife and just cut through the resin overhang bits. I suggest using a knife for most of the cleaning up on resin because then you're not creating as much resin dust by yourself. Where if you use a file, you're inevitably going to be, well, breaking it down into micro resin particles that are very bad for your health. So, yeah. Oh, what are these bits even for? Are they for the back part of the... Oh. Yeah, this is going to be a hell of a project to build. I'm planning to get the Mastodons painted before I get the Titan painted. It's just the plan with the Mastodons went incredibly poorly, and I've just got a lot of stuff to get done. So put that to one side. I'll spend a bag full of bits here. Now it's great for your health. Do an entire paragraph of resin dust. A paragraph of resin dust. Heavy bolters. Oh, now that is a heavy bolter. My goodness. I do like it how, do you know when you got heavy bolters? Compare the size of a Chimera mounted heavy bolter to the Land Raider heavy bolter to this heavy bolter. It's like all of them exact same stat line. And yeah. Oh my goodness. Can YouTube stop holding people's messages for review? Oh my goodness. Missiles! Oh, they're like Space Marine sized missiles. Look at this. I am painting. Look at that. Look how good that painting is. Heavy bolters. The heavier bolt. Brother. Fetch the heavy bolter. The heavier bolter. Oh my gosh, we've got like... This looks like a Kerbal Space Program rocket. Also, I'm not sure you want the wings facing forward like that. I mean, I don't know that in some things they do have them facing forward. But even then, like, you know, swoop forward. There's definitely an argument to say that it's not that useful.
Boom.
Boom! Door. Yeah, Space Marines gonna have to duck down to get through this door as well. Or maybe he can just about fit through. Oh, grills. Bear grills. Oh.
It's not a missile, it's a bolt for a super heavy bolter.
I don't think bolts normally have little wings on them. Yeah, now this is going to be annoying to clean up because can you see if I just change the angles, you can see inside each of those holes there's a little bit of stuff that needs cleaning up on them. Oh, this side's better. Like you can't even see the holes properly with a lot of these. You don't need a very sharp knife to do this. You just need a knife. And just drag it along like that. And you can use a file as long as you're trying to not actually file it, instead you're just trying to break bits off of it. But honestly, the blunt side of the knife feels a little bit easier to do this stuff with without damaging the model. It's just more likely to break the thing off. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of work to clean up these grills. These bare grills. We don't do resin lines in this house, we do resin paragraph. Oh. If we need a really good night, we do the entire novel. No, that's not how resin works. It won't make you feel good. It'll just make you feel bad. But forget the more Slaneshi of you would find that appealing as well. There we go. There we go. It's gonna take so much time to get those built. It is. That's the thing with resin. They're generally, especially big resin models, are projects. But you get your money's worth, I guess. At first I thought this was just a clip for a really, really big heavy bolter. I don't know, I think it goes under the wings. This one actually broke off of whatever it was meant to be on. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, sometimes the pieces do break off, and this is what you got to be careful for when you're looking. Because it's like... Imagine if this broke off, but instead it shattered part of this piece, or like broke off part of the bottom, and it was still connected to this. I've noticed a few parts with this model that have been like that. As in, not the parts are broken, but where they've arrived and they're not connected to the sprue. The ones I've noticed, though, have been perfectly fine. I've not suffered any damage from doing so, as far as I can tell. Ooh, Space Marine Head. These are cool Space Marine heads. With a Screamer helmet. Cool hat. Thank you. Just resin things. 10-hour resin cleaning stream. Now, when it comes to... First, I'm going to have to wash them. And while I'm washing them, I'll probably clip each of the pieces off. Dry them up. Do any filing that needs to be done. That would take a while, but I won't be able to stream that. This is not a toy. Avoid breathing dust. Harmful. Yes. Now this is one of the things that comes in this kit. Oh, big resin bricks. Oh, actually. Oh, that part's not meant to be here. I think that's... That part is meant to be removed, potentially. Now look at how big that connection is though on this. Trying to get this off will be difficult without breaking it. I do wonder if a knife would work, but I think it's too solid. Yeah. Far too solid with this knife.
Stick 'em in warm water, some dish soap, give 'em a scrub-a-dub-dub with an old toothbrush, let 'em dry on a paper towel. Easy peasy.
Yeah, that's a bit too much what you're meant to do with them. Yeah, getting this piece off will be difficult. afraid I'm gonna break the clippers then before I broke the parts off. There you go. And now, so you're left with that being a complete mess. And that's unfortunately where you probably have to file, but that creates resin dust, and you don't want to breathe that in. Generally, my best advice is you want to be wearing a mask, like a proper rebreather mask. But one of the best ways to deal with resin dust is just get like a bottle or thing of warm water with soap in, tiny bit of soap, and you just do your filing in the water. It'll be a bit harder, and you just want to, and resin's quite soft anyway, of its resiness. It doesn't take much to get rid of these things. But what happens then is the dust doesn't go into the air, it just goes into the water. After the first moment of the heck do I do with this? Honestly, I thought resin stuff would be daunting, but both my first models are pretty easy. The Knight seems pretty easy. The Thunderhawk, though, is definitely daunting. But one of the things I do suggest is before you even try doing filing, just see if you can cut it away with a knife. Because it won't generate as much dust. And a lot of the time, you can just cut through it with a knife. But yeah, this is definitely stuff I'm gonna have to do in an environment where I can. And it looks like, yeah, these doors as well, they're not meant to be there, they're meant to be cut off. Because if I want to see how thin it is, if I do, oh no, it won't. If I do this, it just goes straight through. And firstly, what that means is we'll probably have to put these areas out. Which will be a lot of work. Yeah, Thunderhawk is absolutely insane. I wasn't actually expecting to get a Thunderhawk, if I'm entirely honest with you. I'm probably going to take a while to build this one. Because I have absolutely no idea where I'm even going to put it. Ooh, look at all these bits. So much not doing these on stream as she starts tearing into the doors.
So much not doing these on stream, as she starts tearing into the doors.
I'm not doing too much, I'm just doing tiny little bits, in part to prove things. But yeah, oh my gosh, is that a las cannon? That's really cool looking. Little turbines. Oh my gosh, the Baba Marines. Bodies. It's so tiny. Yeah, a lot of it, with resin models as well, there's generally a lot of reason to want to paint them first. In fact, a bunch of people I know will always prime resin models before they even put them together. Like that, after cleaning up the models, that's the first thing they do. And another long las cannon. Ooh. Got flakes on it. Oh, the Buster. The Bustery. So cool. And here we see that the Thunderhawk is still superior to Tactical Marine Scale. What do you mean superior to Tactical Marine Scale? I like Primaris. What do you mean it's superior? That's what I really meant to ask. And here's one of the big bits that I'd broken off. Yeah, I think this is like the front where the hatch where it opens up. And oh, look at those for air intakes. So cool. I know it's meant to go into space, so air intakes don't make a hell of a lot of sense. But still, maybe it's a type of exhaust. Oh, look at all the flaky bits here. At least they're where they're meant to be. Actually, no, this is still on the main body. Oh, this is where the Space Marine seats. This is definitely a part that you want to paint before getting it all put together. One of the things I might try doing is magnetizing these models. In part because I know a lot of people when it
The Lizdexia got her again. And here we see that the Thunderhawk is still in the superior Tactical Marine Scale.
Oh, I didn't read that. Tactical. I thought Phobos was Tactical Marine. That's what everyone calls Phobos. Yeah, Thunderhawk is still in the... It's not superior. The Space Marines were tiny. They were no bigger than a normal person. I think this piece would go like... Maybe not there. Oh... That's so cool. Or maybe it does go here. Just fits in perfectly well. Yeah, I think that goes there. Oh. Oh. No, Phobos is Chimera scale. Tactical is firstborn scale. Oh. Oh yeah, Tactical Marine is what the squad's called, isn't it? Tactical squads. I forgot about them. Don't know if this bit is meant to be here or not. Probably not. But yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably try magnetizing for pieces as we go together, at least overnight. Thunderhawk, I might try the same though. Just so in part so that after it's built, it can still be taken apart and put back together again, you know? She's a big hefty hunk of resin there. Oh, but we got even more hefty hunks. The wings! Oh, now this. No, we never forget the Tactical Marine Squad. Never forget your mom's spaghetti. Oh, the other wing. Look at these faces. It's hard to describe just how heavy this is. Wait a minute. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to describe just how heavy it is. Yeah. like how daintily I can just grab it. No, it feels, it's still relatively light, but compared to like plastic and stuff, this is like a brick. You could whack someone on the noggin with this and do damage. Oh, and here's the instruction booklet for it. Yeah, it's like, it's a good idea to make sure the interior is painted before you attach part 20 canopy. Place the pilot assemblies into position and attach the arms to both the control yoke of the torso. Oh my gosh, that's a rear ramp on it. Ooh. Now what I really want is a Thunderhawk transporter. I just think it's so cool. Because logistics are cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this isn't a complex model. This is not intimidating in the slightest. Not at all intimidating. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, these bits are definitely meant to be cut out round the doors. Logistics are cool, okay, Gorilla Mancy. Hey, look, logistics wins wars. Logistic doesn't just win wars. Logistic turns. Logistic is what makes an economy turn and expand. Not for thunder cannon, a giant Titan killer cannon. Oh yeah, I love these cannons. It's why my favourite Baneblade is the Shadow Sword. I think that's meant to be cut here. It's hard to tell sometimes though, where things are meant to be cut and where they're not. Ooh, I think this goes on for wings. More part of a giant Fustus. And I think this connected here. And this is what I mean about sometimes you can definitely have pieces. If these pieces break off, sometimes they can do damage. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it just makes them hard to clean up than if you just flipped it off. Okay, then we've got this piece, which is, ooh, oh my gosh, that's a hefty chunk right here, that pillar. Yeah. Sometimes it actually is just best to go at it with your hand rather than a knife or anything else with some of these bits. If you can at least get your hand prepared for your shoes. Oh gosh, that's a little delicate point there. Very big, very expensive model. Oh. But yeah, Thunderhawk transports are cool. Because they transport like tanks and stuff to the battlefield, like but old Thunderhawk transports, I think they did like 4 vehicles at once, like 4 Land Raiders, because they had like the main underneath part where all the troop compartment of a Thunderhawk was completely, basically absent. And instead I'd like these 2 big square boxes. Well, not boxes, like, oh, what's the thing? Frames, that's the word. They had like 2 square frames on either side. And each of those frames like held a vehicle in them. Yeah. There's 3 versions of a Thunderhawk. There's the version that Anthony just mentioned, the Fighter Bomber. The Annihilator version, which is the common Thunderhawk. It's the one you see most of the time in games. It's the Thunderhawk. It transports infantry. It's got the big old laser destroyer on. It hunts titans. It does all sorts of stuff. In ship-to-ship combat, it's mostly just a assault thing. And this is, ooh, I think this goes at the back. Oh gosh, looks like boogers. Have a shiny resin. Shiny resin. But I like the top things here. Oh yeah, and the last one is the Thunderhawk Transport. The Thunderhawk Transport, contrary to its name, doesn't transport that many infantry. Instead, it transports vehicles. It's how the Space Marines get all of their, or used to get all of their big vehicles down on the ground. With the new ones, you can just drop them from space. All the Phobos stuff. This Thunderhawk, though, is how they get a lot of infantry down. That being said, one of the ways that Thunderhawk transport works is that you bring down like 4 Land Raiders of it. Or I think it could only carry like 2 Land Raiders, 4 Rhinos. But what you do is you just have a bunch of infantry inside those vehicles. But it's coming down. Bringing down, sorry. So you'll be inside a transport. And what you could do is you could put a Storm Eagle on the Thunderhawk transport, so you could have a Dreadnought on a transport. I'm joking, you couldn't do that. Sounds cool though. Oh gosh, this one doesn't want to go back. Absolutely monstrous vehicle. It's a Pelican of Thunderhawks, not as much infantry, but now it drops tanks. Yeah. And that is an incredibly useful thing to have your transports drop down on the enemy. Okay, I think that's everything. But yeah, that's it. We've got to paint for Mastodons. I want to just get like the Mastodons painted, or at least much of a base painting done off stream. It's just trying to find a time when I have both the time for energy and whatever, because it takes a lot of preparation to paint like those big things. Like, I'm gonna have to have all the brushes, water, know what the correct paints are I'm going to do. Bits of experimenting, because, you know, it's painting a massive model. But here we go. We got these guys. And what I wanted to do was give them the... not the conversion beam, of the graviton. Which one's a graviton? Far some away, where I think the combat patrol actually lies about which one's the graviton. That only tells me which one's a heavy bolter. A Storm Eagle is no slouch itself. Yeah, I love the Storm Eagle. It's why I like the Storm Eagle. Not only do you get to drop the unit of Angry Marines and the enemies, but you get to throw a Dreadnought. The Storm Raven also allows you to drop a Dreadnought, but it has less transport room for the people. I think like it has transport for 12, but the Storm Eagle has transport for like 24. Yeah, I'm not sure if that is the conversion beam. It might be. Let's look at the Games Workshop website. Oh, have you seen who's come back? Somehow Heartcon World call it the 5. And he's returned. Like, wasn't it? After his miraculous recovery, the details of which are shrouded in mystery, it would have been... Oh wait, you can't see it. Why is it not showing it you? Just give me a moment. For some reason, it didn't appear. Chrome. Google Chrome. This one? There we go. Yeah, somehow... Heartcon World Claimer has returned after his miraculous recovery, the details of which are surrounded in mystery. Hi, Longstocks! He has returned. Oh! It might be the Storm Raven I'm thinking of, very much Baneblades and the myriad versions. I get easily confused with Space Marine Flyers. Storm Eagle and Storm Raven are both the same thing. Well, the same thing. Storm Eagle is... If you just scroll down, we'll be able to see the Storm Eagle. You know what, actually?
That's Huron Blackheart, you actual doofus.
Oh yeah, Blackheart! Why was it saying World... I get the names confused. Look. This is a Storm Eagle assault gunship. This can drop pot. This can drop dreadnought, and it can drop troops. It's a resin model. The Storm Raven is this one, which is basically the squashed version of it with a bit more firepower. Can't howard as many troops, but it can still drop a dreadnought. Look, potato. If we go back to Horus Heresy, Imperial Fist. Filters, Bossin. We've also got the Fire Raptor. Oh, I love their Interceptor Fighter. That's super cool. But also we've got the Fire Raptor, which is basically the Storm Eagle, but it's got no transport capacity. It's got Vulcan Mega Bolters and an insane amount of firepower. And then further down here... Oh, wait a minute. Have we got rid of it? Where's the Stormbird gone? No. Thunderbird! Where's the Thunderhawk? No Stormbird? Yeah, I think we've got rid of the Stormbird. Oh no, that's like an even bigger version of a Thunderhawk. Look, computer navy, right? No. It doesn't even have a Thunderhawk here, my goodness. Why doesn't it have a Thunderhawk of a Space Marine page? Okay, Horus Heresy, Shop All, Filters, Resin, and then Titan, Mastodon.
Stormbird's gone the way of the Manta, which has also gone the way of the Dodo.
No! Look, it's great to blast scorpions though. Getting yourself some models, knowing you'll never paint them. I will paint them eventually. Eventually. Why does it... Where's the Thunderhawk though? Like what... Like where is that? We have Thunderhawks here. Do we not have Thunderhawks in Horus Heresy anymore? There's a super tank here. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely insane model. Oh no, I want to look up Xeno. The Leagues of Photon. I want to look up Xeno's Heresy! Get her! Okay, will this actually tell me which weapon's which? It doesn't. It doesn't actually, confirm which one's which. No. Okay. I just want to make sure because I've heard that it's not necessarily correctly labelled in here. Thunderkyn weapon options. conversion weapons usually have some kind of dish on the end. If it's Imperial, neither of these have a dish on the end. And when it comes to that's because they're different. Like the conversion that for photon use is very different from Imperial usually. Although this one is also sustained hits. Right, Thunderkyn. Which weapon is which? Okay, Graviton Blaster. Okay, this one, it is correct. It is correct. Confirm. That is for Graviton. That one is for Beamer. Yep. And we want the Graviton Blaster. These rules aren't accurate for 40k anymore. But they're not bad. I do like the Graviton Blaster because it gets a lot of attack. It does have blast. It's damage 2. It wounds vehicles on 2s, and it's still strength 5 AP -2. The only issue with it is it's only got 18-inch range. The bolt cannon's pretty great. It's got 36-inch range. I also believe this is just straight up better. Like...
Nidocaster's Asterius pattern goes per, sustained D3 on 4+ if outside of half range.
Yeah. Yeah, this does the exact same thing. If outside of half range, on a 4+, get D3 extra hit. Most conversion beamers do work like that, although some of the photon ones don't. They get like lethal hits, and not lethal. You have lethal hit on some of theirs. New recruit. Yeah, I don't know what to say today. Don't have to wait. Oh yeah, big enough hearts for everybody. Thunderkyn. Let's look at the Thunderkyn stat. Toughness 6, yeah. 3+ armor save, yeah. 2 wounds, yeah. Oh, they only have 2 wounds now, not 3 wounds. Movement 5 inches, same. The Graviton Blast Cannon only has anti-vehicle 3+ now, but it also has anti-monster 3+. It's also damage 3, not damage 2. And it gets 3 attacks, but doesn't have blast. That's pretty cool. It's got a blast cannon, but it doesn't have blast. The bolt cannon is 36-inch range, 3 attack. It's on force. Dem 6, AP -1, damage 2, but it's sustained 2. So it's basically the same as a normal heavy bolter, except it's got +1 strength and it's sustained 2, not 1. Oh yeah, Graviton Blast Cannon's 24 inches now, not 18 inches. SD Conversion Beamer's 24 inches still. 2 attacks, not 1. And it has lethal hits. There we go. Otherwise, it's got AP -2, not AP -1. And it's lethal hits, not sustained D3. But it gets 2 attacks to make up for that. So yeah, it is actually absolutely insane. I don't know, maybe the Conversion Beamer is better. 2 attacks. Lethal hit. Only ballistic skill 4 anyway, so as long as you're outside 12 inches. it will always critically hit, which means on average you're gaining 1 automatic wound. That's AP -2. And it doesn't matter if anyone modifies you to hit roll, because the natural 4+ still counts as a hit. Oh, a successful hit roll of a 4+. Never mind. So if you do get modified, it still needs to be successful. And then it's damage free, just like the Graviton Blaster currently. Both have AP -2. On average against the vehicle, though, they're getting 3 attacks, 1.5 hits. Wounding 3. So yeah, they still get 1 successful wound on it, and it's still AP -2, still damage free on average. But that's also working closer to the target. I mean, that's the lethal hits is going to work on stuff that's not a monster though, or like a vehicle, such as the oh, what they called? Discordant Hellstalkers. Lord Discordant on Hellstalker, because they're like really tough and they don't count as a monster or a vehicle. Well, that's relatively rare to come across. I've only got Primarch to go. No, I like the Graviton Blaster. I'm sticking to a blaster. It's a fun weapon. Yeah. So that means that's the conversion. That's the one we want. Do they get to have helmets? Oh no, they don't get helmet. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh, that's not a helmet. That's an Ironkin head. Yeah, they don't have helmets. Oh no, whenever I see a super armored dude on a super armored vehicle or whatever. No, he has super massive armor and stuff. Or exoskeleton, mech suit, and he's just there without his helmet on. I'm like, dude. No helmets for you. No helmets for me. I have seen people use a Thunderkyn exoskeleton on guardsmen to use them as Ogrins. Because not everyone wants to use Ogrins in the guardsman army, but still want to use them, if you know what I mean. They want to use the rules, but they don't necessarily want for Ogrins because they don't think it fits the theme. Which is completely fair in my mind. That light on? Oh, it wasn't on. There we go. So my throat's still really painful. In fact, it's a bit more painful than normal right now. Okay, and I think this piece goes with that. They don't look like super complex models, these. Oh no, I just dropped a tiny piece though. The issue with wearing gloves. Right. Oh, by the way, I've been playing more of Crusader King. I think we're going to play Crusader Kings next week. I think what we're going to do is we're not going to have like any super cool plan or anything for it though. I just like the idea of picking a random person like in China or Japan or something. Like just a count, putting down the time of the speed of the game down to its like lowest setting and just trying to live a life as just this random person without any other goals, you know, like long term for it. Just how much can we get this person, you know, living for life? Okay, we want piece number 2. That's piece number 3. Piece number 2 is... There we go. It's part of a chest. Okay, now that's an annoying bit to screw right there. Because it's in the middle of like 2 parts of a hull, not a hull, of the armor. So I can't get my clippers into there because it's just too small of a gap. I'm gonna have to use a hobby knife. There we go. Hobby knives are incredibly useful. So this goes on like that. No. Thunderkyn are pretty useful. I do kind of like how Photon sort of feel like old-fashioned Space Marines. Like, do you know, before they brought out the Phobos things and like Space Marines started getting 2 wounds and multiple attacks and stuff? Like, I think even oldest Space Marines only had a 4+ armor save, not a 3+. Right, give me a moment. Show. There you go. No, you turned me into a cat. So mean. It feels weird, you know, arguing and saying, no, you turned me into a cat. How could you? When I have to let the message go through because it was held for review. I'm like, no, you can let that message through. Okay, I think this is part of the foot. I may be wrong. I think his foot goes like in. Okay, I might need the instructions of this bit. Oh no, I was correct the first time round. It goes on his back. At least you weren't a tyrant and denied the kitty command. No, because it's a fun little thing we do. It's a fun little thing we have. Where you guys call me a cat and I'm like, no, I'm not a cat. YouTube just doesn't understand. There we go. It wishes it had what we have. Oh my gosh, this actually fits so well. I can't. Oh no. There we go. I mean, it's an oh no because it's like, oh, you don't need glue for it. It's like, no, you do. It's going to fall to pieces if one day if it's not glued. Trying to find an Anarchist file. Ooh, what's an Anarchist? Sorry. An Anicalis, sorry. Piece number 5. Thankfully, the numbering of these pieces. Oh yeah, Fist. But the thing about Photon is they do feel like very early Space Marines. Like they've got 4+ armor saves, they're 1 wound, they're 1 attack. They hit on 4s. They, unlike early Space Marines, they are cheap though in terms of points value. Puff word of the day.
Puff word of the day. Paranormal. There was a miracle. I didn't have a panic attack last night. In fact, I slept like a puffling. It felt
Yay! That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're feeling better. But hi, Mercury. Merry Christmas to you. I hope your Christmas was a good one. My Christmas. The Warhammer fairies were too kind to me this Christmas. I've got more Warhammer than I know what to do with. And I've got to find a place for it all. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. Oh no, I'm not just looking at pieces 6 and 7. Oh my gosh, they're actually part of the arm pieces. 6, 7. You know you've lived too long when you see what's his name, Gustavo thing from Breaking Bad going 6, 7. 6, 7. We live in the correct timeline. You just came back from listening to For Hustle, Hurricane Dorothy, Can't Smile Without You by Barry Manilow, and I Will Survive. Wasn't Hurricane Dorothy like a real hurricane? I will survive. Na, 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 na. I just like Vasana too. Oh, hi, Denizen of Misery. Sorry about that, mischief there. Not many people talk about the model for some reason. I think it's the best Mechanicus model, because the best Mechanicus model is for 1 is 12 leg. The Puff Star isn't done yet. I felt like I was hugged by 2 giant arms, but next day I feel a bit sick. Yeah. I hope you feel good though soon. Hope you feel better. There you go. Put this down there. Oh god. My throat hurt. There you go. The official model is like $170. Right, let me look at the. Let's go back to this. Which model are we talking about? That's $170. Best Mechanicus model. So it's going to be in Horus Heresy. And if it's that expensive, it's going to be, let's just start by, not going to be them, not that, not that, not that. Oh, this guy! Oh yeah, I forgot about him. He is a cool model.
I genuinely believe that Nurgle himself helped me sleep.
Yeah. I don't think Nurgle's real, but whatever floats your boat. There you go. Oop, I want piece 12 now. There you go. What for what? Oh, it's all twisted out of shape, that's why. Yeah, this is, I think all twisted out of shape, that's why it doesn't want to fit here. Papa Nurgle is real to me. There you go. Oh, so my throat is really painful at the moment. So I need to remember to speak in a different way. That's not going to put as much pressure on my throat, and it's honestly a much more natural way of speaking for most people. Yeah, this is all just twisted out of shape. That's not nice. That's not fun. But I think I twisted it enough back into shape that it kind of fit. Yeah, that's fitting. Thankfully it didn't snap from that. Okay, we want 8 to 9 next. 8 goes on the left side, 9 on the right side. That doesn't seem correct at all. 8 looks like it goes on the right side. Yep. 8 goes on the right side, 9 on the left side. They had the numbers wrong. It's perfectly here.
I do not care that I have a cold today. Nurgle blessed me with a peaceful sleep without anxiety. And I am glad for that.
Yeah. I'm glad. There we go. I might try to do non-metal. Oh gosh. Sorry, the head pat breaks with the hat. There we go. There we go. The doofus, it's back. Yeah. This is a long head pat. Head pat. Head pat. Get off now. I've done enough. You've done enough. No. No, get off. Get off. No. Eh. 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 There we go, it's done. My favourite way of to do non-metallic metals is to use metallic paints. Which, no, bear with me, it works. Because how you do it is you basically use the same sort of tactics and ideas that you have with non-metallic metals. But one of your paints, like your highlighty paints maybe, or your middle colour paint, your mid-tones, is actually metallic paint. And what you do is you dry brush it on, rather than doing like all of the details and spending lots of time figuring it all out. You do it a lot quicker, but only... There we go. Ow! So mean. Why does YouTube let the bombardment through, but it won't let a head pat through? Without me having to, you know, allow it. Big love. Thank you, Bob. Oh no, YouTube has an agenda against you. I mean, it tried protecting me from the cupcat. And it keeps holding for a few messages about eating cupcakes. Okay, that arm definitely goes there. Ever since they introduced their AI doing everything, it's just been absolutely insanely terrible. Yeet. Thanks, other foods. Tasty foods. Oh no, Yeet. Well, for Yeet worked, it gave me food. Oh no, for pages splitting. Oh, now the pages are coming out fully. Thanks, other drink. Wait, that's an empty can. So mean.
I ran out mid-red paint.
Ha! Ran out. Funny word. Right. What did I do to you? You ran out of your red paint. It's some more red paint. $6.99 for 20 cans of red paint. Going once, going twice. Sold to Cupcake Conjuror for crazy maniac. Why did they call me a crazy maniac? Easy. That's me. No. No. Yo. Yeah, I've really been enjoying Crusader Kings recently. Oh. Okay, YouTube might have been right for, you know, holding back that message. I'm not evil. I'm not evil. Why do you guys do this? Like, you want me to, oh, what's that thing? Why do we exist just to suffer? Something like that. Isn't it what came from the Metal Gear game? Something like that. Why do we exist? Just to suffer. Okay. Okay, that's easy enough. Pose, go forward. This one goes up. Ah, it makes sense. Yeah. There's not a lot of posability in first. In fact, there's basically no posability at all. Quite a bit of work to fix that. Probably need to do green stuffing. Green stuffing. Na 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 na. It's green stuffing. Do 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 do. We're green stuffing it all. Do 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 do. We're green stuffing it all. We got the green stuff over here. We got the green stuff over there. We got green stuff absolutely everywhere. YouTube hate my money saving techniques. A money saving technique. That's a corn money saving technique. Blood for the blood god. You cares not whence your blood came. We're a silly billy band of people, being silly billy bands of people. We're selling people's souls for profit, and we're getting loads of money. Da 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 da. We got a governor over there. We got a governor over here. Da 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 da. There we go. We didn't put the knee on knee cap. Oh no, knee cap. Oh no. Cap, go over here. Go over here, you silly knee cap. Go over here, you silly knee cap. There's a knee cap needing your soul. There's a knee cap deep in your mind. There's a knee cap going over here. And then we gotta show the cap. Where does the shoulder cap even go? How does that attach? Okay. Oh, okay, I get it. Get it. There's a shoulder cap over here. Shoulder cap over there. Shoulder cap everywhere. There's a shoulder cap in your soul. There's a soldier. There's a shoulder cap in my soul. Yeah. And we want to get those shoulder caps. So you got mining rights for your soul. You got no say in this. Who did you buy them from? That random dude over there. He claimed he owned your soul. It's like, what? He doesn't own my soul. Well, too late. Only part of your soul. No, we want the whole soul. Because we don't exactly know where the shoulder cap part is being held. So we're just gonna have to, mine every part of it. What the heck is there just dropped? Where did it go? Shoulder capping. I'm a Thunderhammer. There's a man alive on a city person telling photographs of you. No one really wants them, 'cause no one really cares about what you do today. So I'm gonna steal your soul. No. When you lean your head back, you look very small. I know. I lean forward and I lean back. I lean forward, sorry. And I lean back. And I lean forward. And I lean back. And I lean forward. And I lean back. When I do that, when I've got my other model on, do my Chibi, she jumps up and down instead. She's a jumpity person. She jumps all over the place. She jumps all over your face. Jumps where you don't go. Ooh. Robo. There we go. And now we got spare bits. Throw those spare bits on the pile. Oh my gosh, that's an amazing throw. You guys didn't see that throw. Okay. Other model bit. I think actually, once I got those two Land Raiders built, I've got the Land Raider Crusader. So I think that's actually my siege force. That's nothing else needed for it. Oh no, it needs 2 drop pods. I've only got 1 drop pod at the moment. My mobile detachment's almost fully built. Got for 2 mastodons. The only thing that needs to be built for it is a marshal, which I'm building from the companion circle, I think it's called. Of the Dark Angels. I'm also going to be building a Crusader Ancient from that kit. And a Judicia. Which I keep wanting to call Judy cars. Judy cars! Dame Judy Dench's car. He drives a Space Marine to work. You know, I'd believe Dame Judy Dent had a Space Marine that she drove to work. Space Marine's name, James Bond. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. An Inquisitor, right? Played by Dame Judi Dench. And she's got like a Space Marine bodyguard who's like with her at all times. Now that would be cool. Oh, it's this annoying bit again. There's a few of these annoying bits where just clippers won't be able to clip the plastic out. Oh, maybe it's a servitorized Space Marine. The way you get Adeptus. You don't really see them anymore, but you used to have Adeptus Astartes Servitors. And the Adeptus Astartes Servitors always had heavy weapons and were always larger than other servitors. If you buy the Servitor Battle Clade, they kind of look like the heavy weapon servitors in that. But maybe it still has power armor and stuff. Oh, that would be cool. Thank you, Carmichael. That'll be all. So she'll be like the first Space Marine, because it'd be called Carmichael. Carmichael the Space Marine. Banana. Banana! Time to eat. No! No, not time to eat.
Time to eat.
No! No, Cuptle! I'm not a banana. I'm just a cupcake kind of shaped like a... Get off! Get off! I'm still me, Cuptle. No! 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 Conjure myself back. There we go. How big are these next to a Space Marine? That's what I want to know right now. We got a Space Marine with a power fish right here next to our Thunderkyn. The Thunderkyn feel large until you put them next to a Space Marine. It's like, oh, 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 oh.
What in the heresy is this? This is against what the Emperor wishes. You are falling to the path of chaos, Cupcon. I hereby declare exterima.
I'm an artist on my models. No! No, you can't! Cuptle won't even say it. That's what Cuptle thinks of that. There's a banana in the sky. His name is Mr. Pie. He wants to eat the frogs that go up and jump so high. But he's a banana man. He has no mouth to eat with. He's never seen a frog in his life, 'cause he's just a banana man. There we go. I have no idea sometimes what things I'm just randomly saying or singing about. Like, this is what happens. Oh yeah, don't forget to every like on this stream is another random song I'm gonna sing. Alternatively, if you don't like that, every single like is a song I'm not going to sing. You know? There you go. Best of both worlds right there. Bow, 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 bow. Banana, banana. This piece is not wanting to go on. Come on. Stay. Stay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Evidently got a whiff of that then. Terrible. Terrible stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm hungry. I'm a hungry little caterpillar wanting to eat some cheese. There we go. Do you think caterpillars like cheese?
It is time that I perform my sacred duty. I sign the destruction of all your models. Cuptle protects.
Cuptle. You didn't even say Cuptle correctly. You crazy egg. Okay, I want to get the leggy parts on next. The leggy, eggy, beggy, leggy, meggy, the leggy parts. We got to put some legs on the model. We're gonna get some legs. Leggy over here. There we go. Knit, put. That didn't get it right. That didn't get it right. That didn't get it right. Oh no. Oh no, I've been cutting the wrong piece as well. No. Oh, hopefully. Okay, that definitely goes on for your left leg. The left leg. Just shake that up. Oh. Yeah. Since we last played Crusader Kings, I don't mean since like yesterday. But just oh darn it. Like since before then. There's been a lot added to Crusader Kings, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like, I've been playing a bit today after first stream with Fire. And I was just playing this random governor. Like, county size governor. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's actually just so much to do here. I don't really feel like I'm missing out too much. By not trying to expand or whatever. And there's like so many different ways to actually expand. Like, you don't need to invade. You don't need to do sneaky political dealings. But it depends where you are in the world. It's like, oh. And the entire thing about exams and stuff is also pretty cool. Like, he can stop being a ruler if he wanted to, or at least a governor. So you can take more exams, because once you are a ruler, you can't take exams anymore. Which means that you can't really... Your prospects are reduced without resorting to more drastic methods. It's like, well, governors have the, but like, do you know when we're on adventure and we can do contract missions? And we also have like a camp we can upgrade? Governors have something similar, where you've got your own domicile. Your own private domicile. Oh no, that's way too much glue. I just made it all slippy dippy. Oh no, glue's gone everywhere. Do I have my windows up? Just give me a moment. I think I forgot to open my windows. That's not good. I'm back. Oh, pardon me, sorry. I did not mean to do that. Oh gosh. I get for sitting down too quickly. Oh, I apologize. Oh gosh, that hurt my chest. Oh no. Okay, we glue here and here. What's everyone's favorite? Oh my gosh, what would be really fun if they added Crusader Kings, or do like Victoria, those types of games by Paradox. What if they got a license to do like Fantasy or 40k or Age of Sigmar or something like that? That would actually be really cool. Like something that focuses much more on the daily life of rulers rather than the warfare, rather than Dino having to do all the war and stuff. Oh. How are we doing? That would be cool. We're doing okay. We got this little fella built, and we looked at the Thunderhawk and the Knight and how they go together. Or imagining game. Yeah, we're imagining what if Crusader Kings, but Paradox got the license to do 40k or Age of Sigma or something like that. So it's like focusing less on the warfare. Still warfare, but more on like the daily lives of your rulers and stuff. Because one of the fun things about Crusader Kings right now is that you don't need to do any fighting or any war. There's plenty of other stuff to do. I do feel like they could add a bit more randomness to some of the events, mind you. Like when we're playing as an adventurer and we just kept getting the... Like, I don't mind getting the same event over and over again. It's just part of those types of games. We'll get to the same event that has the exact same, like, we're being attacked by thugs and bandits. Thank you for killing the boss. It's like, you could just add a few random events there. So it's like, now you've got other stuff instead of them. Paradox must be kept away from the 40k license, like how they keep the Infinity Stones and Thanos. Yeah. I used to like Paradox more, but ever since like Stellaris, they use AI assets on. Well, I don't think they use AI assets. They use AI for concept art and stuff. And they're still doing it despite backlash. Because there wasn't enough of backlash. Crusader Kings, they don't. So it'd be like, I wouldn't trust Paradox and my pet fish. I wouldn't either, but equally, I wouldn't trust CA with anything. But CA sometimes knocks it out of the park, and sometimes Paradox does too. They're both very similar companies in a lot of ways. Like, a lot of the similar business practices and failures. At least Paradox, as far as I'm aware, hasn't had an equivalent to the hyena debacle. If I make them watch the fish, I will get it back in 6 years and they'll gift me with 20 DLC full of bugs, and soon renounce Fish 2 with the worst UI. Look, Crusader Kings 3 UI is significantly improved over Crusader Kings 2. I'm not sure which games of theirs that actually has worse AI, because I mostly know them from Stellaris. I played one of the Hearts of Iron, the latest one, but honestly, I did not have a great time with it. I didn't play for previous ones. Okay, we've got the what's it called? Tom Clancy's whatever. Spec Ops goggles here. Those Spec Ops goggles. Bring up here. Yeah, you can kind of see the goggles now. It's gonna be difficult to paint. All the DLC will cost 10 bobs each. 10 bobs! 10 bobs, that's a bargain! That's like a pack of chips. No, that's more expensive than Bob. Look, 10 bob is 10 bob. And I love me my toast. I love me my asbestos. Asbestos. Look, asbestos wouldn't have the word best in the middle of it if it wasn't for best. What are you doing telling me asbestos isn't spelled A-B-E-S-T-O-S? Asbestos. Asbestos. Actually, how is asbestos spelled? Does it actually have the word best in the middle? I think it's like D instead of T. Yeah, that's the one. Got best right there. Best away. Your best operating system. The best operating system. Oh god. Can we make asbestos the operating system now, please? Get it today and it won't give you 10 different versions of computer. Word YouTube hates me to say. Every like on this stream make a great suit to counter a dragon. Every like on this stream is another version of the asbestos operating system. We already have an operating system that gives you a hyper bumper. Which one is it? Is it called MacBook OS? Apple OS. Windows and doors. Windows and doors. Buy one, get one free. I said buy one, get one free at Windows and doors. I said, you buy one, you get one free. Fuck off. There you go. Windows suck, but I don't know what of operating system to switch to. I want to be able to swap operating system without losing any of my files easily. And without losing any of my programs, like having to reinstall or download them. Like, there needs to, it's an operating system that's like that. Because if not, there should be. Might as well be asked for Flying Pig. I mean, in theory, you can just base the operating system kind of on Windows. I don't really know how the operating systems of computers are. Like, can we just base it on a stripped down version of Windows and then install a bunch of other stuff on top of it or whatever? You know what else is a stripped down version of Windows? Windows stripped down. Yeah, that's what exactly, but you can't do that because Windows won't let you. But in theory, someone could make that right. I can just download it and it stops Windows from reinstalling for AI over and over again. Oh, nice. Because every time I try stopping Windows doing stuff, it always just goes and just like undoes half of what I tell it to do sometimes. Like the entire thing with game feels like, oh no, why am I getting these issues again? Oh, because Windows decided just to redo the toggles. Windows does not understand consent. Like, would you like to make Edge your current browser? It's like, no, I don't want Edge to be my default browser. We heard yes. Yes, you do. We made it your default browser again. Like, now. Would you like to have 20 different versions of AI running on your computer at all times? It's like, no. We heard yes. Yes, you do. Like, I'm cancelling the operations. It's like, yeah, about that. We're restarting. It's like, are you wondering what's eating up 20 gigabytes of RAM right now? That's AI. I'm not using AI, yeah, but someone else is. We're just borrowing a computer so someone else can use AI. What? Windows, stop. No. You're basically forcing a torrent onto my PC. The entire thing of seeding the torrent. No, don't fall off. Cheeseburger. I want a cheeseburger. It's Friday, no wonder I want a cheeseburger. That's my usual cheeseburger day, because we usually do long streams on a Friday, but I had the collab with Fire this morning. I wasn't really feeling up for, long streaming with her. Batman is running for his life. Batman is running for the knife. Batman, he doesn't know how to save you. Was a fun collab. Yeah, I hope it was. I was listening to my when I was listening back to it a bit, like when I wanted to hear the stream. So I could hear the sheep and I could hear myself talking. I'm like, oh no. Is that what I sound like? Oh, I sound so terrible. I should be speaking more normally. You be Ian, and that's all that matters. With a baseball bat! Ian and the man with a baseball bat. When he smashed his head. You know what Raya made the big mistake for this? You know, she had the stream with a quiz, exact same quiz questions, yesterday with her other collab partners. So you know, I could have just cheated and listened to that. You wouldn't cheat like that, would you? Would you? You wouldn't download a car. 3D printing a car. Look, if I was doing that, do you think I would have done as badly as I did? The answer is probably yes. Yes, I would have. But you know, but don't think about it. Because it would have required me to, you know, listen and pay attention to what people were saying, and I don't have a patience for listening to what people say. I was born to lead, not to read. I was born for fishing, not to listen. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Nuclear physicist. I'm here to vision, not to listen. You weren't born at all, you were made for osmosis. No, I was technically. Everyone is made for osmosis, you know, if you really think about it. No, I conjured myself into existence. That's very different from osmosis. But first I had to conjure the entire universe into existence. So what I'm saying is I'm God and you should all worship me at all times. Thank you very much. That's what a single cell organism would say. A single cell organism would claim to be God. You know, that's what a rat would say. If a rat's in this room with us right now, yes. In your walls. It's like, I don't think there's any rats in the walls. Squeak! Squeak! Squeak, squeak, squeak. I am a cupcake, and I'm cupcaking all over the place. I'm trying to glue this guy together, but he just doesn't wanna go. I'm just stabbing myself. Pretty bad job of making the world, by the way. Look, I made the world like 6 billion years ago. What's happened with it since then is not my doing. I gave you a perfectly good world, full of cool stuff like dodos and mammoths. Amazing. 6, 7. 6, 7. What's this about 6, 7? Who said 6, 7? Or did I say 67 billion years ago? I can smell food. No, I'm having an episode. An episode of 6, 7. I want a TV series named 6, 7. 6, 7. Amazing. Amazing. Here we go. We're gluing together some models. Oh my goodness. Who's your favourite character in all of the Ultramarines? And you can't say Titus or Marnius Kelgar. Uriel Fentress? Uriel Fentress? Of course it's Uriel Fentress. Well, who else would it be? Kato Sicarius? No, can't be Kato. Why would you want that? Why would I want an episode, a TV series called 6-7? Well, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is amazing. So, you know, it's already a precedent of, you know, just naming something, you know, 2 numbers makes it good. And like when you had like, you know, that show 120 or whatever it's called. There's a man named Joe who has a cotton knife. There's a man in your life. Where did he go? What can I do? Where did he come from? Where did he go? There we go. Oh my gosh, this is almost finished. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, these Thunderkyn. Surprisingly easy to put together, you know. It's hard to know how long it's going to take to put a unit together or model. Sometimes it looks relatively simple, but it takes forever. Sometimes it looks relatively hard and it's really quick. And sometimes I just have off days and it takes longer to make stuff, and sometimes I have good days. It's like building for Terminators. There's been times where building 5 of the Terminators has taken longer than building 10 of them. Or as long anyway. There we go. Yeah, Thunderkyn. See, look, we've got these little steppy steps. They're pretty cool models. Oh, it looks like it's got a fusion card, you know, from Fallout. Actually, they do remind me a lot of, you know, the armored suits in Fallout. For power armor. Yawn, yawn, yawn. I'm sitting on this thing again, and it's falling to pieces. I can put that away. That's good. How well would these guys do against a squad of Space Marines, though? That's what I want to know. Oh. League of Photon Dice, come over here. Get over here. Oh, the green dice. Just like this green. Okay. So they each get 3 shots. They get this many shots. They hit and force. That's 2, 3 misses. That's a pretty good roll. 6 hits. Oh no, that one missed. 5 hits. Minty fresh dice. Wounds on thieves. That's 3 wounds. Pretty average at the moment. And then they get 5+ armor saves. They manage to bring down 1 Space Marine. How well would they do against a bunch of bolt guns firing into them? So each Space Marine gets like 4 bolt gun shots. And there's like 4 Space Marines with bolt guns. Chat, get the jackets. This emulating hits again. I am emulating. The third hit on 3s. That's pretty decent. But then they'll need 5s to wound because these guys are toughness 6. That's 4 right there. 5, sorry. All of them 6s, no 5s to road. And then they'll -1 for armor saves. So they get a 4+ armor save, and it's only damaged once, so they'll. And they got 2 wounds each. They passed all but 1. They only suffer 1 wound. Ooh. Well, then the plasma pistol gets hit into them. 1. Then it wounds them and frees. It wounds. And then they have to take a 6+ armor save. They pass. That's a check. He failed. He took a mortar wound. No! So, yeah. And actually, how well would we do on average against Space Marines? So 3 shots each, 9 attack. On average, they're going to get 4.5 hits. They wound on 3s, which is going to become 3 wounds. They 5+ armor save. On average, we're going to kill 2 Space Marines. Or 1.5 Terminators. Yeah. There we go. And then we do this. So nicely packed away. Oh, leagues of photon dice. They're pretty cool models though. How are they next to a Stingwing? Decent size. I guess the damage output does feel very accurate. Like it's like into Space Marines, have they hit him back with bolt guns? Okay, on average, how well would the Space Marines actually do shooting at them? 20 attacks, hits on 3s. If it stays still, it's 2s, but we can imagine if we move. 16, sorry. So 11 wounds on 5, round 4, saving a 4+2. So on average, they'd suffer 1 from 4 Space Marines shooting at them. Which again feels pretty lore accurate, lore friendly, or at least looks how those suffer. Oh goodness, but yeah, for these were quicker to build than I really expected to be entirely honest. Oh, we can do magnets. I got magnets to do. Magnet. How big are they next to a normal photon? Give me a moment. Normal photon is here. Is that the correct way up? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, it just stole my magnet. That's an awful way. They don't need to roll. One of the reasons why you shake them like that is so that they move around in your hands. And how big is he next to normal photon? He's pretty big, actually. Yeah. Wow, so massive. Wrong. Most of the time, though, you roll into a dice box so your dice don't go everywhere or smack into people's models. Especially when you got bigger dice like this. Wonder I get kicked out of a casino for having an awful throwing hand. Look. I get kicked out of a casino for counting cards. You're the one getting kicked out of a casino for having an You can't even get kicked out of a casino for having an awful throwing hand. Have you been kicked out of a casino for having an awful throwing hand, Talan? Are you literally just projecting right now? Oh my gosh, I think he is. You're counting cards, be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we've seen for 1, we've seen for ace of hearts, we've seen for 1 of clubs. No. There's a man in space called Simon. He wishes to find you well, because he wants to steal your soul today and eat it with some mayonnaise. He's called Simon the Soul Eater, because he watched too much anime. Why do I keep singing about souls today? I don't know. Soles of my feet be hurting. My foot still hurts. Oh, guys, I didn't tell you, did I? So on Christmas Eve, right, one of the reasons why I was too ill to stream is I got out of bed. I was like, oh my gosh, it's late. I slept through my alarms. And hello, Pink Games. How you doing? We're not playing with Christmas toys. We showed them off earlier in the stream. Wait, it's going to be a while before I can get around to cleaning up all the resin and stuff. So it might be a while before we actually get to building them. I'll build them on the stream. Oh gosh, I feel ill. But yeah, I got out of bed. I'm like, oh, need to get out of bed. And I immediately stood up. And my left foot just gave way. Like, I went, head here, went, well, it was more like fall over and then catch myself. And my foot hurt so much. And then I felt really, really warm and really bad needed, you know, vomit and stuff, super nauseous. I was like, oh gosh, I feel awful. And my foot really hurt. And eventually, my tummy went all upsetty spaghetti on me. And I had to take a lie down. But yeah, I got out of bed wrong. I didn't get out on the wrong side of bed or whatever. No, I just got out of bed wrong. And my foot hurt. And it still hurts a bit. Really weird. Could you imagine that, like, going to the doctor where it's like, so how did you hurt yourself? Well, I got out of bed, but I did it wrong. It's like, how do you get out of bed wrong? I don't know, I just stood up and then my foot gave way underneath me. Like, what? Are you sure you weren't playing spot? No, I definitely didn't play any spot. Never done that in my life. Hope you get better. Get out of bed wrong is wild. Look, I've got asthma. I breathe wrong. I've got glasses. I see wrong. Oh, gosh. My entire body doesn't know how to do anything correctly, apparently. Digestive system, well, I don't do that correct either. Having asthma is wild. You're basically just allergic to the air. Thunderhammer, smack! 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 Why is it not working? Thunderhammer, go! Oh, it's because of plastic, not real people. Oh no! I usually jump out of bed. I drink my whole body, so I throw myself from a laying position to standing. Oh. Well, air is acid. It's hydrogen, it's oxygen, it's nitrous oxide. It's nitrogen. It's O3. O2. It's got some H2O in there. What am I even doing now? I don't know. What do we do for the rest of the stream? We've already seen the new stuff. Do you want to look at the custodies art over the years? There we go. Look at that. It's a custodian. Is that a big old twin? This is custodian with axe gun. The answer was, the question was axe or gun. The answer was yes. I love Space Dwarf models. They look cute. Space Dwarf models are fun. Oh, demon. This is the Silence versus Demon. But, what about that guy at the back there? I think these look very, very silly. Like, the guys seem too big for the bike. And the bike is just... I don't know. I don't really like custodian models too much, to be honest. Okay, now that looks cool. That looks cool. I'm sure that's a Custodes picture, not just a cool Inquisitor picture. Oh yeah, Custodes versus the Gene Stealers. You know, it's very hard sometimes when you look at these pictures. And it's just very easy to think that you're looking at Age of Sigmar, especially if you're giant Griffin there, and then for Golden Boys. Hello, Clyde. How you doing? European remain chat. For rumor engine. Ooh, what's this rumor engine? Fire! Fire! I have no idea what that's going to be. Oh. Got home in Blackheart. We had the big heist thing. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Oops. And we got tiny little dwarves. Look how tiny the dwarves are next to the Space Marine. Like, what's that bolt gun meant to do? It's like the same size as this pistol. What is that weapon gonna do? You gotta hurt no one with that. I just realised there's a bit of glue on this model. It's already undercoated. No. There we go. Are you going to paint? I'm not actually sure. Probably with a brush. I'm now sitting down, working on my Trench Crusade cushion warband. Ooh. Hope you enjoy them. Not you, motion gamer. Oh, probably with a brush if I'm going to guess. Or maybe an airbrush. You ain't painting nothing. So mean. So mean. I'm not sure what colour scheme I am going to do for my photon though. Oh, I'd make them just beige. There you go. I'm trying to like clip a bit of like solid glue off this thing. Oh my gosh, this mat's been ruined by Warhammer. You've got all the super glue stains. Become big old lump. Sad. It's sad. How you doing, Cupcake? I'm doing okay-ish. I'm feeling a bit ill, if I'm entirely honest. A little bit nauseous. But, you know, okay. I am liking the Thunderkyn for pretty cool models. I like the Space Dwarf. They feel like spiritual successors to the very old Space Marines. Want to get some ochre and yellow as some for main. Get some Avaland colour. I'm just imagining them kicking stuff like kick. Graviton Blaster, go! Yabba dabba doo. Oh my goodness. I'm a silly. Oh, can I give him a cape? Is this cape going to be too big for him? You want a cape, Mr. Photon Boy? You want a cape? Oh. You know, this could work. Oh, rock and stone. Rock and stone. Rock and stone. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Dicky dicky hole. Dicky dicky hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Dicky dicky hole. Okay. I have literally nothing else to do. I didn't plan for the eventuality that the Thunderkyn would be really, really easy to put together. I'm always surprised by how small the dwarf models are, though. Like, for some reason, I expected these guys to be bigger than Space Marines. I mean, they are in a way, but not in other ways. But I thank you for coming. I'm going to probably end the stream just a little bit early at the moment. So you're surprised the small people are smaller. Look, the models look bigger on the screen. They look bigger in 4K, alright. Maybe do some base coating on models you need to get done. I don't have that much time at the moment. I mean, like, I want to eat after this. I've only got like a few minutes left of the stream. You're going to go and have breakfast. Bye-bye, Mercury. Thanks for being in the stream as long as you were. Big love hearts to everybody. Thanks for coming to the stream. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And all of that good stuff. Remember to take care, be kind to others, and vice versa. Dream of cupcakes, but don't eat the cupcake because a friend's not food. Bye-bye, everybody. Love you all. Ow.